Good evening. This is Dr. Jimmy. It's been a while since I made my regular Dr. Jimmy videos. It's been quite a while indeed. And now I'm getting back into it. I talked a little bit yesterday about why it's been so long since I've been away. Talked about that then. I don't need to talk about it now. Yes, here we are again. And for reasons that I went into before, you know that I never finished all my cocktail videos for Halloween Horror Nights 29, and it's 6 months later. Well, since when I last made videos in September, before the event even began. And that was the first Friday of last September. If you remember, the last video I made in September, well, I think it was around September 1st. Took a bit. Anyway. So here it is now, the very last day of March. So it's not that one. That video many of you anticipate every year will be tomorrow, not tonight. Yes. But, oh, bloody monkey butts. I forgot the glassware. This is a cocktail video. The 8th cocktail video for Halloween Horror Nights 29, the 8th house cocktail video. I did the first 7 house cocktails way back a year ago. Not quite a year ago, 6 months ago, half a year ago. But I hadn't got back to doing these again, and the event came, and the event left, and then things happened that were depressing and awful and fucked up. And then after that, it's 2020. Oh dear, this year's going to be awful because now everyone's got a virus and we're all going to die, and there won't be horror nights this year because we'll all be dead or stuck at home. But that's a topic for another time. No, I hope not. You know, God willing, we'll be able to go and enjoy the event, I hope. But oh, yes, insanity is the only way out. I got all hairy, and you can't really tell in this lighting, but it actually looks whiter than this most of the time. It looks sort of reddish in this light, which is weird, because usually it looks almost like a white beard, and now it looks rather dark in this lighting. Not so much when you see me, which is why I can get into movie theaters as a senior without even asking for it. They just give me the senior price. It's like, I'm not quite that old yet, but oh well. I'm not going to argue if they're going to offer that to me. Of course, recently I watch everything on streaming like everybody else. Oh, social distancing. But I just realized I don't have a crucial item I need for this video. Unless I plan to, you know, put the cocktail in my hands and do it that way. It's not going to work, so I have to get up again. You can look at the cat when I get up because there's a cat back there. So enjoy looking at a cat for a couple of minutes while I go and get the glasses. Was she licking herself, you whore? Now let's see. I just need a couple of shots. Oh yeah, these are beautiful. Tall ones maybe? Oh no, I'll get these. These aren't bad. They're more feathered in here. Perfect. Oh. I'll get these. These are probably better for our purposes. Now, you don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm back! Well, I had fun looking at the cat. I had to pick out the right ones. I think these are the best ones for our purposes. Of course, that kind of spoils what are the punchlines are getting to. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I'm quite daft today. I haven't even started drinking yet. I keep looking at my calendar, which has 2 little kitties that look like Lenny, and they're little kittens. They're just so adorable, but... oh, fuck, I'll let you see it. When I turn my head, the thing I see is this. And that's why I keep turning my head and say, oh, they're so cute. And that only lasts for the remainder of the day because that's the March picture. It's the March picture on my calendar. And tomorrow will be a different cat. But there's 2 of them. That's appropriate. Like little twins, sort of, maybe. Doppelgangers? Because this is my house cocktail video for the 8th haunted house of Halloween Horror Nights 29. Oh, crap! There's another thing I was going to use for this video that I've left back. I look like some sort of person on the street. What is? It looks terrible in this lighting. It's usually much more trim and neat, but it looks like some sort of shaggy thing. Like some sort of demented or Rob Zombie, that could be appropriate, but that's a scare zone. Anyway, I have to go get the iPad. Silly Jimmy. Put the Lenny cat. Pet the Lenny cat. Lenny cat. Alright, I hope I haven't forgotten anything else so I don't have to get up and run away again. That's getting quite ridiculous. So I have my iPad. Good. Now, previously, like months ago when I made the cocktail videos for the first 7 haunted houses of Halloween Horror Nights 29, and please, I'm not going to do them in the correct order, but they included such haunted houses as, oh bloody hell, what were they? Oh, let's see. We talked about the haunted houses of Stranger Things, the second one, and then there was Ghostbusters, and there was let's see, there were 4 in the sound stages. Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. I did a cocktail for that one, I believe. And then there was the my touching my face. Don't touch your face. Bad, bad, bad. Don't worry, I'll wash my hands again. I washed them previously. Wash hands constantly. Just carry a sink with you. Don't bother with sanitizers. Carry a damn sink, and then you can just all the time. All right, let's see. Let me see. And it's not that big of a deal when you're home and there's no one else here and you're, not going out. So you can even pick your damn nose if you're not going out. If I could pick my nose, would I pick that one? No, I'd pick a better looking one. Oh dear, what was the other haunted houses? There was, what was in the fucking Shrek last year? God, I can't remember a thing. What the Shrek one was, that was, bloody hell, what was in there? It wasn't Halloween, that was 2 years ago. Wasn't there this time round? Oh, Killer Clowns, of course. I did a Killer Clowns cocktail, and then there was the, and I think I did. Let's see, that's how many so far. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've mentioned. Yes, that's 4 I've mentioned, and then there was the one for Universal Monsters. That's 5, and I did one for in the Sprung Tents. What did we have last year? We had Nightingale's Blood Pit, and the underwater fishy one. I did that with caviar or something. It was rather clever of me. It was back then. Oh, it was such a happier time. Some people that I missed so badly were still alive, and everything was brighter. And now it's dismal. We have viruses and terrible things. Depths of Fear, that's 7. So those are the 7 ones I've already done. There are 3 remaining haunted houses, and this is for the 8th of 10 haunted houses, and it's Us. Yes, Us. That is Jordan Peele's motion picture, Us. And I have here somewhere on my iPad, and I've had it all this time since they announced the house, way back when. I have here a photograph. Oh, here's a photograph. It's a photograph of a lizard. Why is it being... Here it is. See this lizard? That photo was taken about... Oh, bloody hell. There we go. The photo was taken about, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The lizard got in the house like first thing in the morning, like 6 something. And Lenny got it and was still playing with it. Notice, has most of its tail and was still alive at 3 in the afternoon. It's probably still alive now. And after I got the picture, Lenny was in the other room. I let it outside. Oops, hope she didn't hear me. She's been looking for it ever since. The point is, Bob, what if that lizard, if she got at 6 in the morning, it'd be dead at 6:02. It'd be dead like that. Tail off, everything. Dead lizard right away. Lenny hadn't even killed. It was still alive hours later. Wasn't even in bad condition. A little bit shell shocked, but not too much. When I reached down to save it, it grabbed onto my hand and it's like, ah, 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 and took it outside. It ran off, so it wasn't too bad. But the cat, she doesn't harm the animals very much when she catches them. She just wants to play with them, make friends. The other cat would have killed it right away. And other cats I've known would actually eat the lizard right away. It's like, holy crap. Lenny's a gentle cat, aren't you, Lenny? She's licking herself a little bit violently because she hears me talking about her. Cat! Cat! She's getting self-conscious. I'm getting unconscious. I haven't even started drinking yet, I swear to God. Where the hell am I? Rambling on like an idiot. Well, let's see. Somewhere with all this crap. Oh, here's a funny map. Have you seen this one? Don't believe it. Don't believe any of it. Tomorrow you'll hear the truth. The true truth from science and real facts. Well, that's tomorrow. All right, let's see. Go a little further and... My God, it was months and months and months ago. Oh, go through all this stuff. And eventually I come to the artwork that I collected from various sites. Well, the big site, the Horror Nights site, which isn't even there anymore because the event ended. Well, it's there, but it's like a placemat, a placeholder. And finally I get to the artwork. Here it is for us. The 8th announced house of the year, and this was the promotional artwork for Us from Jordan Peele's film. Oh my. And that's something else altogether. Now, where was I? Oh yes. So, the house Us. I don't even know what the hell that is. Why it's doing that. I don't like it when it does silly things. Okay. Let me put in here. Since the site has been updated, or rather is no longer the site for Halloween Horror Nights 29 anymore, to find the house description, I'll have to go to the Universal Studios blog. And go to the blog, the official Universal Orlando blog, and hopefully they'll still have the posts from way back when, and we must go way back when. Let's see, have to go way back to, there it is, here we go, and here's the post for Us, and here was the house description for Us, posted at the Universal Studios blog way back when it was first announced, August 7th of 2019. Here it is, in the same artwork and a little video, but I'm going to read what it says. Are you ready to enter the shocking reality of Academy Award-winning filmmaker Jordan Peele and Universal Pictures' global horror hit Us? In this new haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights, pardon, you will walk through the Wilson family beach house and Santa Cruz Pier, where you might spot a familiar character outside the fun house. You also venture through the unnerving tunnels that stretch for miles deep below America and come face to face with the Tethered, a group of terrifying doppelgangers of every living man, woman, and child in the country. You'll quickly discover you are your own worst enemy. Follow in the footsteps of Adelaide Wilson as she experienced Adelaide Wilson. There she is, yes. As experiences a horrifying and traumatic encounter with her tethered double, Red. Yes, there she is. And if you look very carefully, I think right here you can see that she's got those little scissors there. You can see that she's holding the scissors. You see the top, turn it up a bit so you can see, yes, you can see there's the top of the scissors there as well. Pointy. Yeah. Watch her face off with a menacing mirror image and a deadly dance with a fatal ending. Oh. As you venture deeper through the haunted house, you will be transported to a modern day and witness the Tethered rise up from their underground labyrinth, ready to take their privileged upper-world counterparts, determined to enact their plan of murder and revenge. Prepare to run for your life. There is no escaping yourself. Pardon me. Oh. In order to read things, I have to slide my spectacles down my nose because I'm too vain to get bifocals, and that inevitably exacerbates my cough, which has nothing to do with the current crisis. I've had this cough for quite a while before coronavirus was ever heard of. It's a side effect of some of my medication. So don't worry, kids. I'm not going to drop dead on you. And you better pray I don't drop dead on you, because I would crush you with my massive girth. Don't take that the naughty way. Oh my. So that was the house description for us. And of course this is cocktails being made post-event. So I've already been in the house, and hopefully a lot of you have already been in the house. And oh my, it was a pooky house. For me, personally, it was one of the most frightening houses. In fact, I would go so far, and this, of course, is highly subjective. Fear is subjective. What scares one person, another person goes, that's not funny. That's not scary. That's nothing. Another person's like, oh my fucking God, I'm going to die. Oh, by the way, Dr. Phibes. Yes, my beloved Vincent Price as Dr. Anton Phibes. That's the shirt of the day. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. But for me, I found the Us House to be the most frightening house of the event. And a lot of people went, what? Because they didn't even like the house. But I did. I thought it was spectacular. Of course, I love the movie very much also. I saw that in the cinema just about a year ago at the end of March 2019. 1 year ago, roughly. A little more than a year, probably. And in the cinema. Remember when we used to see movies at the cinema? And now we have to stream them because social isolation and social distancing, stay at home, order from on high, essential things are open only, essential businesses only, like pharmacies and grocery stores and hardware stores and liquor stores. Liquor stores are open high. And 100 years ago, they weren't even allowed in this country when we had prohibition. Holy fuck. I'm glad I wasn't making videos 100 years ago. You know, and putting them on the internet in 1920, because I would have been arrested, charged with witchcraft, because computers, internets in 1920, that's black magic. hacking up my lungs again. So, terrific movie. Scared the pants off of me. Not the movie, The Haunted House, which is rather rude because other people, you know, are in the conga line and going, "That boy have no paints on." Anyway, here we are. So, Adelaide Wilson, there she is, and she has to deal with her doppelganger, the tethered version of herself, Red. Or is it? Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie, I won't go any further, but if you have, you know I mean. And then the other members of the family, the tethered version of Addie's. What the fuck? A ghost came in the house. I'm frightened. To lock that door so it doesn't open by itself and scare me and the kitty cat. This is Abraham. This is the tethered version of Adelaide's husband. They didn't have a Funko for him himself, but for the tethered fellow. And look, the little sandals, I love that, and the little gloves. And this is Umbre, which is the tethered girl. And Pluto. No, not Gorsh. No, not that Pluto. This is Pluto from Us, which is the little boy who likes to set things on fire. There he is. And there's an alternate version, a chase version, where he's unmasked and you can see his nasty burns. But that's, I didn't get the chase version. But there's another, a little more harder to find, but it exists, of Jason Wilson. Where it says, that's a geo that he used to bash a tethered in the head with, and Jason also was wearing his Wolfman mask but pushed it up to the top of his head. And, oh my goodness, you can see his, I never noticed the texture of his hair in the eye holes. That's brilliant. What detail. I love that. I love that. So there's, so those are my little Funkos from Us. And we have the whole tethered family then. And this is something that, for me, I thought was rather clever. I think Jordan Peele may have done it deliberately. But here's the tethered family. And I want to point out that Pluto uses fire as a weapon. And if you remember, that Abraham was in the water and drowned, but was also on the boat. And that Adelaide was shot through the air, ended up in a tree. The runner, Umbre, the shadow, and Red was from the underground tunnels, was associated more strongly than anyone else. So in a way, they're elemental, earth, air, fire, water, like the Fantastic Four or somebody. You know, I just thought it was brilliant, clever symbolism there from Jordan Peele and his Monkey Paw Productions. So, that's the Us Funko Pops, and the movie was quite wonderful if you'd seen it. Has to deal with the whole idea of there's a whole other world underground where your doppelgangers live, and they're enslaved to you. Whatever you do, they have to copy in a sort of like Bizarro World fashion. Not quite the same, not quite right. And they want to free themselves and untether themselves from you. You know, snip, 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 but they're not cutting a cord, they're cutting your face, killing you, whatever. And so we have the other family, you know, the chick from The Handmaid's Tale, and lately the Invisible Man and her wife and daughters, twin daughters, who are like, they have their own tethered versions that kill them off, and the much more privileged white person beach house with all the modern conveniences and an Alexa or something and all that stuff, much nicer than the Wilson's beach house. I think he was making a point about that. Too much money to spend and what to do it on, and they get wiped out by their tethered doppelgangers, and you can't even tell they're not the same ones when you go in the beach house, and then you find out, oh shit, these aren't these people, these are their doppelgangers. Eventually, of course, it's just a battle between the two. for dominance and protection of their families. Except, of course, which is which? Which one is the doppelganger and which one is the, you know, which is normal, which is tethered? It's all the point of view, I suppose. Are you normal or are you tethered? And that comes to my cocktail. I usually make a single cocktail for a particular haunted house, but for this one I thought it was appropriate to make shots, 2 shots. One tethered, one normal. But which is which? So I chose the various spirits. I thought a clear spirit would be good for one of them. But which one? The vodka? No. I was thinking something a little more exotic, because Us takes place in Southern California near the Mexico border and Santa Clara, and where they shot Lost Boy. In fact, one of the plot points is when little Adelaide goes down to the pier and has her own encounter, her first encounter as a small girl. They're actually shooting the Lost Boys on the pier that night. Or scenes for that movie. Oh. And I decided on a tequila, and I picked the one I liked and I've used before, the Tequila Exotico Blanco. Blanco, here it is. So this is the label with a rather spooky sort of skull on it, and I thought that would be good. So the first shot will be simply a shot of this clear tequila, because it's not a yellow tequila, so it's giving a more neutral appearance. I thought I could use vodka, but no, I won't. And you could chill the shots if you're into it, but I decided I'll just do them, you know. And it's a bit fiery, but hey, you know, that's part of this whole experience also. And the second shot, well, it's a doppelganger shot, isn't it? So the same liquor. But wait a minute, 2 shots of tequila, is that it? That doesn't quite do it for us, does it? Not exactly. But here's your second shot. That won't do. We need something else to make it tethered. So we're going to tether the second shot with a little help from our old friend Dr. Peychaud down in New Orleans, Louisiana. Yes, down there is Dr. Peychaud's bitters, aromatic cocktail bitters from New Orleans. Here's the bottle, very lovely. And of course, these are some of the reddest bitters I've ever seen. So I'm going to put some drops of that into this shot and let it permeate until this turns blood red. So now we have 2 shots for us, 1 normal, 1 tethered. But which is which? So here's to us. Oh, wow. Tequila. And here's to us. Wow, that one has a spicier edge to the already spicy tequila because of the bitters. Gives it a little extra bite, which is so appropriate. And why am I making bunny ears? Because Easter's coming? Well, no, because us really can be thought of as an Easter picture, can't it, with the bunnies? It has lots of bunnies in it. Adorable little bunny rabbits. So, that was my cocktail video for us. Yes, for us, for you, for me, for Lenny the cat. and everybody else, and the lizard who got away. Yay, lizard! So, I have 2 more house cocktails for Halloween Horror Nights 29. Bloody hell, here it is coming up to time for my big secret revelations for this year's event, and I haven't even finished the cocktail videos for last year's event. Ah! Yes, I've got 2 more house cocktails. 2 remaining haunted houses, the last 2 that had been revealed last year, and those were Graveyard Games, and finally House of 1,000 Corpses, and I'll be doing those sometime in the near future, hopefully. And then after that, there'll be 5 Scare Zone cocktails for all the different Scare Zones, including an arcade, and what was it? Oh, yes, the Vanity Ball, yes. Yes, Pose, darling, Pose, the Vanity Ball. And what was the other? Oh, Rob Zombie's Hellbilly Deluxe. And what was in New York last year? Oh, Zombieland. Double Tap. And in Central Park, Vikings Undead. 5 lovely scare zones we had last year. And I will be doing the cocktails for the 5 scare zones after I do the cocktails for the last 2 houses, and hopefully I'll get through those before the time Halloween Horror Nights 30 is supposed to begin, which will be on September 10th, Thursday, September 10th, if I get there. If I get there. If any of us gets there, oh dear. But first, and I do mean butt, as in buttocks, and tomorrow, of course, tomorrow we enter a whole new phase, having completed the first 3 months, the first quarter of 2020, as we begin the second quarter of 2020 on the first day of the next month after March, but before May. On that day, we will, as we have, I think 10 previous occasions. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, this will be the 10th time. This will be the 10th time I have ever done these videos. Maybe more than 1 video. Depends on how long it takes. May only be 1 video this year. But it'll be all secrets of Halloween Horror Nights 30 revealed, of course. That happens tomorrow. So, some people really dig those videos, others take them way more seriously than they need to, and others don't get it at all. But I don't know why I still do. Well, people insist. People insist, so I still do them. I was trying to quit a long time ago, and they wouldn't let me. So, dear, we will have, again tomorrow, all secrets revealed. This time for Halloween Horror Nights 30, which, God help us, hopefully will be held beginning on Thursday, September 10th, later this year. Until then, enjoy the rest of your night. Try to stay alive. Do not operate motor vehicles if you have been drinking. And, of course, if you're living in Orange County, in Orlando, or in any other sensible part of Florida, because F you, DeSantis, for not making it a statewide thing during a frickin' pandemic when we're all gonna frickin' die. We have to stop this nasty virus in its tracks. Flatten that mother effing curve. Flatten that. Oh my goodness, I got curves all over me. How can I flatten these curves? I must go on a diet. Flatten that curve. Yes. Flatten that curve so we can get some toilet paper again. My bunghole is all stanky because I ain't got no toilet paper. I have to go down to Home Depot. Thank God Home Depot was considered an essential store. essential business that remains open during the stay-at-home order, and they allow you to go there and back for essential items. And I'll probably get a bidet, so I'm out of toilet paper. Get a bidet, that way I don't have to worry about toilet paper. Do it the French way, we're shooting water up my bum. Woohoo! It's just like going to Splash Mountain. Or what was the one? Oh, no, Volcano Bay. Let's not talk about it. Ah! She knocked over my shots. Damn good thing, pussycat, that I drank the shot out of there first, because if that had been full of liquid, I'd gone all Joe Exotic on your ass, you nasty tiger. Anyway. Oh, my Lord. Have you been watching that shit? You've been watching that shit on Netflix during this whole stay-at-home order? Oh, my God. It's just your ordinary show about gay redneck zookeepers. I can't even. Oh, my Lord. That should be a house at Horror Nights. Oh. But that won't be mentioned tomorrow. I thought about it. I thought about it very seriously, having a Tiger King haunted house or scare zone. But no, we won't go there. At least not exactly. No spoilers. Tomorrow will be the big videos, of course. But stay safe, stay sane. Wash your freaking hands. Wash your freaking hands. Stay 6 feet away from every person on Earth. Cats and dogs do not carry the virus. Play with them, pet them, hold them, hug them. That's okay. Humans, no! Away from me. 6 feet away at least. Try to stay home as much as you can. Order stuff online. Grubhub is your friend. And Netflix, thank God for Netflix. Yes, watch Tiger King, stay at home and survive, and don't, because most people are going to get this and not have any symptoms at all. You know, like 80-90% of the people have no trouble, but they still have it, and they can still spread it to other people, and other people might drop dead, and those other people might be your mom or your granny, you know, your dear old grandpa. You don't want them dropping dead. So for fuck's sake, or me, I'm 57. See what I mean? Oh. So don't kill me, please. Stay at home and don't kill me. And don't kill your mom. Be reasonable, be decent, be kind. It's a terrible time. We have to be close. We can't be close physically, but we be close spiritually. Be kind and decent to people on the internet. Be good. And hopefully we'll get out of this alive, and hopefully we'll be able to go to Horror Nights. Oh. And so, I bid you good night for tonight. See you next time, hopefully very soon in the morning, maybe. And ta-ta for now.